Ese Cholo.
What's up, familia? Welcome inside the pad. Hope you guys are doing good. Keep in between the lines. Got your load secure. Gosh, I feel a lot better. Okay. Well, you know what? Baseball season is upon us, baby. Okay. Now, something interesting is happening here for my beloved Dodgers. If you guys are not a Dodger fan, this probably isn't for you. So you could click off. But it is somewhat interesting on what's going to take place going forward in baseball, right? Um, so Dodger Stadium has always been known as Dodger Stadium or Chavez Ravine, as long as the ballpark has been there, right? Some people just like to call it the Ravine and, all that stuff, right? For as long as the ballpark has been there, I've always heard people just call it Dodger Stadium or Chavez Ravine or the Ravine, whatever. Okay. Well, I'm not saying that's changing, but there is actually a little bit of a change that's coming with it. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and let me read this right here. Starting in 2026, Dodger Stadium's playing surface is named Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium as part of his new partnership with the Japanese apparel brand. I got no idea what the heck that that is. The Japanese apparel brand. I got no idea what the clothes looks like. Maybe I've seen somebody wear some of that clothes just walking down the street. I got no idea. But okay, it's called Uniqlo. Um, This marks the first time in the historic 64-year-old venue has added a corporate sponsor, though the overarching name Dodger Stadium remains. So basically, it's still going to be called Dodger Stadium. Okay, it's not the stadium is not changing its name. Okay, but the field itself is going to be called, what's it called? Uniqlo Field. So they're going to be calling it now when they're announcing it Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. So we're not losing the Dodger Stadium name, which some people may not care. Some people may not care. Look, to me, that's huge, Holmes. That is huge to me. Ultimately, people, said like, hey, man, as long as they win, as long as they win. Yes, yes. Okay, as long as they win. All right. But this is major because for as long as Dodger Stadium has been there, which again is not changing the name of the stadium, but the field. I never even thought of, hey, the field has a different name. It was just Dodger Stadium overall, right? But now it's Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. So get used to hearing that now whenever you go to a Dodger game. Or I got no idea. Maybe they might be doing it on TV when you're watching the game as well. Is this a step in a direction where maybe at some point it's not going to be Dodger Stadium anymore? Look, I'm not down with that, Holmes. Okay, I'm not. If you want to go ahead and sell the field, to whatever sponsor, like in this case, Uniqlo, which again, it's a Japanese apparel. And I get it. I get it. There's money to be made there. With the Japanese stars that you have on that team, I mean, you have I would say, probably the most popular Japanese athlete ever. Monster anyway is pretty popular as well, but I don't think he's as big as Shohei Otani. I think Shohei, yeah, man. If I'm just thinking about it, I think he's the most famous, popular, biggest Japanese stars ever. So I get it. There's a time to go in there and cash in and make some feria. I don't know the details of the deal. I don't know how long it's going to be like that, but here's why this matters, and it matters a lot to all of Major League Baseball, is because at the end of this year, I believe it's December 2nd or December 3rd. I don't quote me on the actual date, but somewhere at the beginning of December, the CBA is done. Okay. They're going to need to negotiate a new collective bargaining agreement. And who knows where that goes? Because in all reality, and this is why it matters to all of Major League Baseball, because in the forefront of all these negotiations that's going to be happening for a new CBA, you can rest assured that the number one focus on all the whatever they're negotiating for the new CBA is going to be the Dodgers. They're going to be right there, front and center. All the owners, everybody is going to, the whole focus is going to be on the Dodgers. That's why, I've been saying it, talking to other Dodger fans. It's like, hey, you know what? The road to three-peat, baby. Hey, they better get it done, okay? Because if they don't get it done now, things are definitely going to change going into 2027. Because this CBA is about to expire. This is the last year for this CBA. Who knows what the new collective bargaining agreement is going to be? It's definitely going to change some things. We don't know what. But the rest of Major League Baseball is to be pointing at the Dodgers when they're making these negotiations. So it's still Dodger Stadium, but it's, gosh, man, I keep on messing up the name. Uniqlo Field or something like that. It is Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Look, I have a little bit of an issue with it, but not a major issue with it. Because now it's going to be like, okay, well, what now? Is there going to be certain sections? Are you going to, sell off the loge section or the reserves or somewhere in the outfield, the, top deck or whatever? And I mean, I guess that's fine. Look, I just don't want to lose Dodger Stadium. The Dodger Stadium is one of the last ballparks, not the last, but one of the last ballparks where it just has its name, Dodger Stadium. There's a lot of places that have changed and places that keep on changing, man, with like a snap of a finger, right? Anaheim, I remember when that was Arrowhead Pond, it's Honda Center now. A lot of people still call Staples Center, although there are more people now. I'm starting to hear a little bit more people call it crypto. For the majority, I still hear Staples, but I'm starting to hear more and more people call it crypto and so on and so forth, right? Look, I just want to keep Dodger Stadium, man. I do. I do. And with this new CBA coming to an end and then having to negotiate a new CBA, and for damn sure, the Dodgers are going to be the number one focus on the new collective bargaining agreement, on how much money is being spent. Look, some people think there should be a salary floor. That teams, they have to spend so much money. You cannot go under that salary floor. You cannot just save your feria. You got to spend more. Instead of having a salary cap, some are suggesting, hey, have a salary floor. You got to spend so much money on your team. But, I just found it interesting. Again, like I said, do I like it? No, because I don't want this to lead to anything else down the road where it's going to change the name of Dodger Stadium at some point. I want it to remain Dodger Stadium, aka the Ravine, as So many people like to call it the ravine, Chavez Ravine. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting now hearing this Uniqlo Field at, when I'll be there opening day. I go to about 20 games a year. And they go to playoffs, they go to the World Series. I make it to the World Series, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of weird to hear, welcome to Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. That's going to be a little bit off, man. Feel like might have some dirt on me. Like I'm gonna brush it off of me or something. Here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. It's just, I don't know, man. But as long as we got the Dodger Stadium, but look, Dodgers. Will I be covering the Dodgers this season on this channel? Look, like I said, man, this channel is just all over the place. It's just me, I might talk a little Dodgers here and there, but nonetheless, I thought that was interesting because it goes along with what happens at the end of this season. This is the final season with this CBA. After this, I think it's December 2nd. After this, they have to negotiate a new collective bargaining agreement, and the Dodgers are going to be the main focus. They are going to be the main number one focus to try to bring them down, man. Try to bring them down. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting. But what's your guys' thoughts on it? As always, live your life like you're on the road. Be aware of surroundings. Always keep a safe distance. Blood. Make sure you live below it. Makes family. Till next time, this is Thecholotrucker. Go Dodgers.